Hey guys, sorry I look really greasy right now. It's really humid today. But anyways, I was looking through my YouTube videos this past year, and because I'm addicted to my new camera, I wanted to vlog as much as I can while I'm still addicted before I kind of peter off again. But I was looking through my YouTube video, and when I first moved in, 2 hours after I moved to my apartment, I did an apartment video. So I wanted to do a video about my apartment, what looks like a year after I settled in. I also put a link down here about what my apartment looked like a year ago, and you can compare to see how much I've settled in and how much you can change your apartment when you move into Korea as a teacher, because you can do a lot to your apartment, or not a lot if you don't want to be here for a long time, which I don't, but I like to feel homey. So pretty much I will start now at the door. So here's my door. I kind of customize it with a few things from Daiso. This is actually really cool because this, if you're from Vancouver, that's actually one of our old SkyTrains, which is the Vancouver subway line. And I actually found this picture at Daiso in Korea. And the quote, which I thought was very fitting, is "Visit new place. I've always enjoyed walking, and I've always tried to visit a new place every year." So I thought that was really kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like felt like it was meant to be for me to see that. So I had to buy that picture of Vancouver in Korea at Daiso because it was just very fitting. And then here on my right, I have a Seoul subway map. There's also, I think, a Busan one and Daejeon one and Gwangju. I kind of put that there just to kind of look at sometimes, but of course, I use my phone now for that. Right here, I have a mask that I made at Ando Mask Festival last year. It was one of my first weekends away from Seoul, so that's kind of a big deal. And then that I got made by this group who wanted to like immerse foreigners with Koreans at some like Unity festival, which I'm pretty sure was a cult. But anyways, I got a free fan from it, and I didn't actually go to the festival. So when you come into an apartment, I got some umbrellas. I know, very exciting. Got my shoes and my mat, and this is what my apartment looks like now. And I'll probably do a quick tour in a bit. So, I went home like 3 weeks ago, and I actually brought back home to Vancouver 10 pairs of shoes, and yet my shoe closet is still really full. So I obviously have an issue. I also like don't wear it in 2 pairs of shoes in the same rotation, so I don't know why I keep buying shoes. When you come in here, here's my bathroom. As you can see, I've definitely fallen into Korean products. I mean, not so much that I buy a lot, but I guess I try a lot of things and I don't keep trying them. Also, my friend Marisol, if you're watching, she left me a bunch of products that I will never use. So if you want any, let me know. And then up here, I have like pretty much 4 or 5 of everything that from home. So I can never not use Aveeno because I have eczema or eczema. I love my deodorant, which I've been using since the 8th grade. And then also here, I don't know if you can tell, my favorite soap in the world is actually Irish Spring, which I know is for men, but I think it smells really good, and that's why I want to use it for myself. And then, oh, and also this year in Korea, I started using the Ton Scraper, and I'm addicted. Honestly, if you start using one, you can't go back to not using one. And yeah, so yeah, here is my bathroom. Not very exciting, just your standard bathroom. Oh, and also, if you ever move out by yourself, because this is also my first time living abroad and alone, definitely invest in a plunger. Very important. So, and then here's my kitchen. So here is my freezer, which actually hasn't changed this past year. I just have frozen Mandu. And then my fridge actually is restocked right now, only because one of my friends who moved in 2 weeks ago, and he just moved out. He's a health freak, so he bought a bunch of like food to cook every day for us. So that's why my fridge is full. If you look at my video from last year, my apartment, this kitchen was completely empty, and obviously I do use it a bit more often now. However, I do have a lot of oils. I don't know why I have so many, but I do, and I'll probably never use all of it. So if you ever need some, let me know. I'll just hand it over to you. Here's my sink. I still understand why my kitchen is so small and my sink is over half my kitchen. It doesn't make any sense to me. Here I have some muffins from Costco that I bought tonight. Rice cooker, standard stuff. And then here is my snack and food cabinet. So that's my kitchen. All right, not too exciting. And then one thing that's really different is we'll have a drying rack first of all, and also this. So if you look at my last video from last year, my apartment, I have this closet here, which is actually pretty big. So I have a full closet up to down here. And I have this closet space over here, which I actually use for pants and storage. But as you can see, I'm a girl, and in Korea, it's really cheap to shop. So I had to buy this rack and hang all my clothes. Although I like to defend myself by saying that clothes aren't that expensive in Korea. Also, the fan right now, which you definitely need if you want to save on air conditioning money. And it's like 50 bucks. I got it at Costco and I use it all the time. Here's my bed. I finally have bed sheets. If you watch my videos from last year, I didn't have bed sheets for the first 4 months I was in Korea because I was too cheap to buy them. I actually had to wait for a friend to come buy bed sheets for me. I got the Canada flag up. I got some pictures from home. There's my grandparents. I don't know if you can see. Got some cards from this past year. And I also bought a lot of books. I actually brought a lot of books from home when I went to go visit, just because books here, there are English books in Korea, but I find them a bit pricier than back home. So I bought a bunch of used books before coming back. And I put my bed differently because this is just way more comfortable. And then just more stuff. I also got a full-length mirror, which is something that you definitely need. I never had one before in my life, so this has definitely been life-changing for me. I know, I'm 24 and I have so many life-changing experiences. And then here, I got this drawer. I got secondhand off from a girl online. It was only 10 bucks, and it was actually kind of weird because I actually had to carry it in a taxi, and it was really awkward. So yeah. And of course, here's my TV, which I never used this past year, so I just use it as a clothing rack. And then yeah, here's my laptop setup and everything like that. So that's pretty much what my apartment looks like after a year of living. I think it looks pretty settled. I really like my apartment because I feel like it's really cozy, and there's also room to host people when I actually like get around to put my clothes away. So yeah, here's my apartment tour after a year of living in Korea. Alright, so bye guys!